Let's roll.
What?
Let's roll. Deploying flashbang. Flashbang.
Hello, Jim.
Yeah,
I'm just
out the
short.
window.
Hello, I can play one.
Gonna regret waking up this morning.
Sure.
Yes!
Then I guess you'll be my backup.
Okay then.
Hello guys, I go window.
No, I got one more.
Hello.
What?
Hello.
Let's have at it, mates.
One mid.
One beards.
Two on mid.
One more
I'm
mid.
mollied off. Nice tap though.
One up.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it.
Two ups.
Smoke.
Two one top mid.
Olmadan gördük.
Down side.
Okay, yellow, you can take mid.
Beards dead. I have bomb.
Here's
Alright.
the apps.
That's beards car.
I
Side
think he's
default.
city.
Planting.
Yes!
Okay. Yellow, you wanna take mid instead of me?
You can go, you can go. I didn't hear you go window too.
No, I'm really not feeling it right now.
Okay.
I have 41 degree fever right now. I have a skull splitting headache. But fuck that shit, we go win anyway.
Sure.
Gear up. We aren't going on a windy walk here.
One
One mid
around,
out.
one mid.
Left hand
Smoke the window. Con, sorry.
One scout top mid left.
Got that.
Grenade out. Throwing
out. Staying out of
flashbang.
smoke.
Also yellow.
All good.
Copy.
Throwing smoke. Grenade out.
Sure.
Throwing flashbang.
Okay.
Don't shit.
Let's move.
Deploying flashbang.
Smoke one.
Throwing a grenade. Incendiary out. Grenade. Grenade out.
Thing was so that you have that.
Yeah, bomb.
Throwing fire.
Grenade out.
They can top
Laying down smoke.
Thanks. Oh, thanks a bunch.
Grenade out.
Copy. Yes. Real good. Yes.
Oh, of course.
Incendiary out.
Woohoo! Yes.
It's so comfy in your backpack, bro.
Move. Throwing fire. Throwing fire.
Giant smoke shield.
Flashbang.
on.
Incendiary. Throwing a grenade.
One on the ground.
Throwing smoke.
Oh,
Smoke. Flashbang.
2 apps. One has AK.
One
and
jumped.
Has M4.
All right.
Grenade out.
Fuck, bro.
Let's give it to them, boys.
Bro.
Throwing
Let's
fire.
hang out.
Brother, you know the type, man.
Yeah,
You don't
one.
when it happens.
One is top.
Throwing smoke.
One more.
One left.
Blue, it's
Is it B?
I think so. Yeah, smoke apps.
Yes.
Throwing a grenade.
Is he out?
One left.
Yes, up. Nice.
Yes.
Blue, it's just like when your asshole itches and you fart and scratches on the way out, bro.
Sounds
Not
good.
gonna lie.
Let's go.
Affirmative.
Incendiary out.
One.
Incendiary.
Throwing smoke.
Smoke. Grenade.
Close under window.
Bang. Grenade out. Throwing fire.
One shot. Maybe ladder.
Flashbang.
Ladder, yes.
Balance. Under.
One more balance, ramp out.
Maybe jungle, bro.
Throwing fire.
Fuck. Oh, fuck, bro. Take it.
Du er lige op med. Sorry.
Unlucky. This was the guy from underground.
Yeah, I was waiting on him for come to be.
Yep.
I guess he didn't.
Let's go. Let's go. You're dying too.
Flashbang.
One perhaps.
One more. Nice. Top mid.
Coming perhaps left, green.
Two top mid.
Perhaps. Unbelievable. Personally, mate.
I'm so bad at the game.
Flashbang out.
Oh my god, bro. I play so bad.
No, me too, bro. It's okay. It's kind of comfy here in Yellow's backpack.
Yes.
Just saying, I'm gonna get real heavy real soon.
Real good. Time to move. Flashbang out.
One ramp.
One more top mid.
Oh, fuck.
Bomb has been planted.
I'm so bad, sorry. I can drop you on Opula if you want.
No. Maybe push mid, jump from window and push mid. Top mid, purple.
Sure. Sure thing.
Move it, son.
I push from connect. I flash, so turn from flash, yeah. Flash.
Nice.
At least I was here.
Yeah, bomb.
Smoke. Incendiary out.
One under. Watching window.
We're getting stuck right into them. Deploying flashbang.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, thank the bunch.
Move it, move it. Incendiary. Throwing flashbang. Throwing fire.
Deploying smoke shield.
Top mid AVP.
Down
Under.
smoke.
No, it's me.
One abs.
But one BFs.
Grenade out.
One top mid. Oh, two top mid.
Grenade.
Nice.
More BFs.
One more.
One more mid.
Two mid, one
Oh,
abs.
that's my gun. Out beside now.
So, maybe one Nika.
Copy.
Come on, jump, jump.
That's a negative.
I'm gonna jump window again. One up. Up.
Grenade out.
Two top mid.
Hile mi bu amına koyayım ya?
Still one top man. Oh,
Hey hey hey.
Yes!
Are we rushing in?
Nope.
Or are we going sneaky beaky like?
Sounds good.
Incendiary.
Flashbang
yeah,
out.
me
Throwing
too.
flashbang.
Laying down the smoke.
I'd say.
Incendiary out.
Flashbang out.
Throwing a grenade.
One BFs.
Left on mid.
one more top man.
Smoke.
Top mid.
I can flash.
Deploying flashbang. Throwing a grenade.
Maybe window.
Yeah, one window jumped. Or ladder room, I don't know.
Hold. No doubt.
Sure.
That's a piece of cake, so it is. Let's go. Rip into it.
Wanna execute, eh?
Let's
Smoke
give it a
CT and
go.
flash in.
If you drop me smoke, I can do jungle stair, and then we can push CT maybe.
Okay, I drop you where?
I will ping. Go slow, go slow. Let's push CT. Don't smoke CT, don't smoke.
Okay, I dropped one smoke. I flash in.
Smoking.
We don't smoke.
Deploying smoke shield.
Flash.
Flashbang. I'm throwing a flashbang.
Let's push CT, I flash.
Throwing flashbang.
CT right.
One more sit.
He's so close to dying now.
I can window smoke late.
Throwing smoke.
One close. Running to left now. And one stairs.
Stairs.
One kitchen, one stairs. One HP side.
Mid bomb.
Where bomb?
See me again.
T-apps.
Smoking. Cover me while I plant. Counter-terrorists win. Yeah, I like it.
I'll go kill yellow.
Oh, you can play all good.
I play like shit. You play like what fucking garbage right now.
Flashbang out.
Shot one.
One side A. A side dead.
Shot.
10 HP. Jungle 10 HP going.
Sit.
Maybe stairs, please. 1 HP.
Sit one.
Dink shot. How, bro? One is low, 1 HP shot.
Okay, I'm dead. Okay, yellow, how about next time I give you an AK and then you go kill? And I say, come quickly in your backpack. I'm just saying.
Counter-terrorists win.
Right now, I'm wondering how I got 35 kills last game, but this shit is kind of crazy.
Sometimes happen, bro. This is my first match. I play normally only face it. I come premier for warm up.
Let's go. Deploying smoke shield.
Yeah, but it kind of pisses me off. Last game I got 35 kills and now I'm dog shit.
Bro, what the fuck?
One. A firebox and one stairs. 2 on A. You can go B if you want.
Yeah, you can go B.
Okay, 1A, 1B now.
That's,
Last was short.
That's short player, yes.
I am fucking but one is shot.
One. Stairs.
Low.
Fuck. Play pistol, he's 1 HP.
Grenade.
Fuck.
Well, I guess we are 3 bots here.
Yes.
I'm glad I'm not
What's
the only one.
this, man?
Okay, yellow chill, man.
Sometimes happen. This is Ben, welcome.
Here you go. Fucking chill out.
Throwing a grenade.
Maybe middle.
Throwing flashbang.
One tap.
Oh my god.
One.
My flash.
Con.
We will defeat the mercenaries. Smoke. Flashbang.
Oh wow. And one Molotov, 2 day drop.
One con, one shot.
Come B, orange. This guy is cheating, what the fuck?
The phone ringing.
Let's call my brother. Throwing flashbang.
They'll all wake up, man. Stop crying.
I'm throwing flashbang.
Fordi
Yellow, stop crying. Like a little bitch.
Deploying smoke shield. Smoke!
Oh my god.
Activating the bomb.
Rampa, rampa. Okay.
Terrorists win. We have arrived. Okay. Cheers, mate. Let's send them to the sick bay, shall we? No. Flashbang out.
Hop on mid.
Throwing smoke. Flashbang.
Nice, be clear from.
Grenade out. Throwing fire. Smoke.
I plant short.
On my way to plant.
Sure.
Bomb has been planted.
Where?
In triple box.
Terrorists win. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go, let's go. Smoke shield. Flashbang.
One
Short
connect.
pushing.
Laying down some fire.
Close under palace.
One palace.
Throwing fire. Let's throw the grenade.
Tabii. Allah kahretsin
sorry,
ya. Unlucky bro, it's no problem.
Thanks for understanding, bro.
Maybe one is pushing from TV room. He was BFs.
Flashbang. Throwing smoke.
That was him. He should be clear now.
Maybe other would help me.
Yep. Wait.
I think CT or jungle man. He was on B.
Look ups.
I am planting the bomb. Bomb has been planted. Yes.
You might be saving.
Sounds good.
No, side. CT.
I told you the pussy was saving.
It's almost in the bag. Terrorists win. Yes.
Can someone drop?
Did he save an AK or an AWP?
We must keep fighting. I'm throwing flashbang. Smoke. Ball is fire.
One jungle and one short.
Flashbang. I'm throwing smoke. Smoke.
Window.
What is bomb?
The bomb's top mid. One shot.
Fire.
Maybe he pushed BFCC bomb maybe. Check TV room.
Grenade.
It's not broke. He's still on your right, orange. Yeah.
Fuck it.
I give you info about enemy and you say shut the fuck up, man. What's your problem,
I
man?
play my game. I play my game.
What the fuck?
Bro, I say one was on window and it's not broken. He is still in window. Unbelievable, man. Full toxic. Bad player and toxic, man. Piece of shit.
Can I get an AK blue? Thank you.
Not a bad bloody idea. Throwing smoke. Flashbang. Throwing flashbang. Throwing a Molotov.
One shot.
Throwing a flashbang. I'm throwing smoke. Flashbang.
Oh, that's it, that's it.
Terrorists win. Let's go. Smoking. Flashbang out.
Short pushing one.
Con one. One is con, wow.
I'm throwing a grenade. I'm throwing fire.
Where you wanna go?
Don't be. Go away, go away. 2B still. Go away fast. Only 1A.
A side.
Let's go, let's go.
Throwing smoke.
Rampant CT. 2 CT now.
Grenade.
Both CT.
Flashbang.
City. Yo, smoke and money.
Smoke. Molotov.
Yeah, you too. Defend him.
Nice, bro. Good job.
Our guns shall bring us victory.
Ja, ja, ich quittiere das gleich.
What
Come
the
on.
fuck, bro?
Come on.
I'm
Ciao.
What the fuck?
Ah,
I can't do it.
Oh my god.
Bro, trust me, this guy is cheating. You don't see this?
I'm
Bro, he
better
is
than
he
you,
is
bro.
not cheat, bro.
He is full cheating, man. This is a fucking typical cheater
Nah, you're
bot.
trolling.
Ha! You are insane, man. You didn't see this,
Thank
man.
you.
He's cheating. You can't see he's cheating, man.
Deploying smoke shield.
What cheat?
I'm throwing a flashbang.
Hang over, cheats.
One window.
Grenade.
Look this.
Op. Stairs op.
Bro, his account is 11 year and his face is level 10.
Nice. Last day. It was stairs.
Go plant. Yellow.
Bro, don't tell me account here or something, man.
Here we go, you mongrel dogs. Throwing a flashbang.
Maybe pushing them.
Molotov. Grenade.
One push rampa.
One con.
I told you one pushing them.
One short, two on A.
Level 10. Hahaha.
I'm throwing a grenade. Throwing fire.
I think you hit him with an 8.
I'm throwing a flashbang.
Twenty seconds.
I'm throwing smoke. Blessing. Bomb has been planted.
Nice try.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Bro, this guy, bro. I think he had
Stop talking, man. I can instantly see he don't know. He has zero movement, man. He has zero movement with 11 years account, level 10 face it, zero movement.
Bro.
Ach, halt's Maul, Junge.
Sorry, too much drinks, yes.
Wow, one is there.
I'm throwing smoke.
What up, one?
I'm throwing a flashbang.
I'm dead.
Above the old.
I am planting the bomb. Bomb has been planted. Flashbang.
Con. Ladder. Ladder room and con.
I'm throwing a flashbang.
He's out con.
Out.
Stairs.
We will be victorious.
Move out!
No, I'm not German. I'm Danish.
Okay.
Right, lads. We're on.
One rapper.
Flashbang.
Throwing fire. Grenade out. Grenade.
Top mid too.
Bilmiyorum ama. Kayıyor ya.
Top mid, still.
Throwing a grenade. Throwing flashbang. Bomb has been planted. Smoke. Terrorists win.
Affirmative.
Go, go, go.
Yes.
Throwing fire.
Grenade out.
Laying down smoke.
Yes.
Palace.
Throwing fire. Deploying flashbang.
Connector close.
One out, bro, I think. One Palace, I don't know.
Throwing flashbang. Throwing smoke.
Palace and stairs. What the fuck?
A flash.
Flashbang.
Jungle.
Throwing a grenade. Terrorists win.
Hey, you are level 10 as well. Maybe you.
You are
should
shit. You are cheater, man. You buy account. You are a fucking cheater, man. I don't care. This game is loose. You open hacks for make some
Deploying smoke
kills.
shield.
Yeah, for creeps.
Shut up.
Not sure.
Low top mid.
On the left.
2 mid.
Oh, be up. Russian
Stay,
B-ups.
stay.
1 is low still. 1 mid.
Stay.
Is B or?
Bench.
Kill him.
Yes!
Orası çocuğu ya.
They're in a group of their own, and then you talk about Falcons and Furia, some of these other teams, maybe. Well, they beaten all 3 of them back to back to back to book a spot in the grand final.
I mean, that was the nightmare bracket. That's the bracket you see that kind of layout, and I know like players don't necessarily think this way, but on some level you're just kind of like, oh god, like this is everyone that we have to go up against throughout this entire thing. All the best teams in the world.
I remember you saying it to me in stage 3, Yanko. You know, this is where Falcons they perform against the very best, and I was like, man, this guy's coping so damn hard.
He's dreaming.
It turns out you're right, actually.
Yeah, and then there's Furia and their run, you know, but you can't help that. They got the run that they did because they took care of business when they needed to, right? In the Falcons run, there's a loss to Bad Boom, where Furia played them in the game after that and took care of business and booked their spot in the playoffs with a 3-0 victory. So it is what it is. You can't take anything away from them, but it does add some context also coming into this matchup.
Yeah, I think what's nice about Fury is I'm with you on like kind of the run that's the lesser of the two in terms of its impressiveness, but the eye test of Furia after that Aurora game, after they took down 9Z, like just eye test wise, you see Fury and you're like, that's a team that's really playing strong and really playing well and have peaked at the perfect moment coming into this grand.
And that's the thing, right? For Furia, it was kind of the question of, okay, it's been a bit of a rocky road in 2026, end of 2025, obviously a great case up until Budapest. That redemption arc has definitely come through. But when we look at the side of Falcons, man, there are so many storylines we need to dive into. Not least, Karrigan, Nico, reunited once again. Tell me your memories of that Boston Major, Yanko.
Hey, go on, Yanko. Tell us.
I mean, that was gut-wrenching. Me and Jason were working it as well, and we were sitting at the desk
in the middle of the arena
from 15, 14-8 or whatever it was, right? Because you need to be ready for the GG moment, and then it's going on, and it's slipping away, right? But obviously, it was such a long time ago where both of these guys have matured just so much. I mean, not just in their Counter-Strike roles, but just as men, in their leadership roles where now it's a completely different Karrigan and a different Nico that you're seeing on that stage.
Yeah, and I mean, even Karrigan's kind of said, but in that time period, they kind of split apart after losing this major final. He's lost a couple more finals, he's won a final, he knows kind of what the experience is. So it's been a very cool conversation between those two of being like, well, our paths kind of split off. We thought we had to kind of go away from each other to find that success, and now they've come back to each other to help each other get that one last goal. beautifully poetic in a way.
What are your, I mean, I imagine you talked to Nico after that defeat in Boston. Do you have any memories of what he said after that one?
So just shell-shocked, really, from you know what happened. Talk to Kerrigan. I remember more the conversation with Kerrigan, actually, because he knew everything that went wrong after the game was over, right? And they just couldn't find the answers during the game. And it's easy to blame Kerrigan, you know, for that, but there's other players on the team. There's a coach there. No one had answers, right? And I think it's losses like that. And man, both Kerrigan and Nico have had some of the most heartbreaking losses in their careers. I mean, Kerrigan, you know, this is his 6th major grand final. He's only won one of them, right? Like, so those are the worst losses that you can have in your career. So to have the perseverance, you know, to keep at it, to keep going. Now reunited, you have another opportunity. What more could you wish?
Which one was worse in your opinion, Janko?
Boston. Boston.
That's for Janko.
Boston, it wasn't even close because just G2 making that final, that was a testament to Nico's greatness more than anything else. I mean,
he was in hard carry mode at that event.
The semi-final against Heroic and his performance on Inferno is one of the greatest ever that you will see of a player individually, like dragging his team to a victory. And, you know, they just were nowhere near a match as a team to that Na'Vi lineup. So I think Boston is the one that stings out because that phase lineup could have been one of the greatest ever. Really? If they win Boston, if they win Katowice, that grand final against Fnatic, they already have the Grand Slam. They have their major, you know, would they really break up at that point? Probably not. But that's just how things went another way. And they just had to wait for it, and it's going to come at a different time.
And that's the thing when you look at Boston as well, right? Guardian, he never got his. He never got his major. You don't want Nico to become a replica of that, right?
Oh no, it'd be an absolute disaster. I mean, we already know he's the greatest to not have a major at this moment, and I mean, he's going to go down as one of the greatest players of all time whenever he eventually ends, and he's still got plenty of time left in his career. But man, like I think at this point in his career, if you're Nico, you have a very keen understanding that these opportunities don't come that often. I know he's going to be around for years, but just getting to the grand final. We just went through the route they took. Look how hard that was. It's like that can happen again, and then maybe you don't beat Spirit in that close affair. Maybe you don't, you know, grind your way to the grand final.
It's crazy messed up, isn't it? I mean, Kerrigan's been on this team for 2 months. 2 months.
I know, 3 days?
2 months, and they're in the grand final of a major. Like, that's way ahead of schedule.
Yes.
You know, like, there's nowhere when we talk to him coming into the playoffs, he's like, we're at 60-70% as a team. Like, you didn't have time to do more than that, right? The maps, all that sort of stuff. But now you're here. Right? Like, so you're not going to be like, it's fine, we're not that ready. You know, we don't feel like we can win. No, absolutely, you feel like you can win this game, right? And your focus is going to be on that.
I think Kerrigan even pulled a little bit of a Blade, too. Like, remember when Blade, after they won Copenhagen, he's like, we skipped some steps in this roadmap. You know, we weren't supposed to lift this trophy quite this soon. And even Kerrigan came in and said his eyes and his kind of goal, his kind of mindset was set on the next major, not this one, because he'd just come in so recently. He was paying so much attention to the team Counter-Strike that his individual level hasn't been risen. So he was just like, the next major's the one. But we're here now. Might as well take advantage.
Well, before we do continue the Falcon side of the conversation, let's check in with Nico ahead of his 3rd major grand final.
It's a historical day for Nico and for the Falcons as they play in this major final. Another chance for Nico to get his major. So first question has to be, how are we feeling? How's the pressure? And how are you dealing with all of it?
So far, so good. I'm feeling pretty happy, very excited about this one. You know, getting another chance at you know, completing my dream is it's a nice feeling, and I'm just happy that I'm sharing the stage with these guys. We have been doing something very, very amazing so far at this major, and I hope it's going to continue today as well.
Yes. Tell me a little bit about being reunited with Kerrigan and him only really having 60 days to make this happen. What is it about this partnership that you've all have with Kerrigan now that's making you really go above and beyond?
Yeah, I think we have worked excellent before as well, until a certain point. But I think now we have both matured insanely, and I think now we have really good common language that we can speak to. I think we are both way more open than we were before, and I think we are very good at discussing the issues and solving them pretty fast. And he has full trust in me, I have full trust in him, and it's been great working with him so far. I think there is not few, if any, that could lead the team to a major final with just, 60 days together, right? We have had 2 finals so far, now the 3rd one, so it's been a great experience so far.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about some of the moments that usually do not work out for Falcons, right? Where you're in these important moments and you have an advantage and you let it slip away. We've seen less and less of that. In fact, we've seen a lot less of you guys mentally checking out. It seems like you always seem focused to the very end. Of course, you've had a lot of crazy games. So do you think you're adequately prepared for the pressure that a final is going to bring?
I think we are. I think the only thing we have to think about today is just winning. Doesn't matter how we lose any of the rounds, doesn't matter if we throw any rounds, because we have thrown a lot of rounds this event, but we never crumbled afterwards. We always managed to find a way to come back, and just because it's the final today, we cannot let it, even if these rounds happens again, we cannot let them have a bigger effect than they had in the previous games. So this is one thing that we have to be careful about, but I have full trust in the guys. I think we have worked a lot, we have discussed a lot of these issues that we had before, and as you mentioned, with Finn coming in, we were on a good trajectory so far, even though we have lost those two finals. But I would say that those two finals were a big lesson for us. And you know, if we manage to lift the trophy today, those two finals that we have lost will not matter at all. And in the end, now it's just about also just enjoying as well. You know, it's very important that we enjoy the moment. We have had some crazy games, and we have to embrace this moment.
It's been amazing to watch, honestly, but you're up against Fury now with Fallen, and I know in the past you've said that even when you were in FaZe, you had trouble when he was in SK beating them, right? So how do you look ahead to that challenge?
Yeah, I have insane respect for Fallen. You know, he has been one of the greatest leaders in the world for quite some time, but I think it's a bit of a different story nowadays. You know, we have already played against them a couple of times. I think we have won last 3 times, if I'm not mistaken. So I think it's a different story. But he also has a huge storyline, you know, going for him right now. It's his last year playing professionally, probably playing last time in this arena. So it's going to be a great moment for both teams, whoever wins. But we are ready. I think we have learned a lot playing against Furia. They have shown some incredible CS so far this event. You know, they almost had no troubles getting to the final. So they're probably riding very high with the confidence. So I don't want to say that we cannot let them have a good start, but we have to be very sharp from the beginning. We cannot let them carry this confidence very early on. But I have full trust.
It's getting a little bit loud in here, so I'm going to let you go. But the best of luck today, Nico.
Didn't know Nico was a Linkin Park fan. In the end, doesn't even matter if they've lost those grand finals before this one, as long as they win the one today. Jason, he talked about the trust that Carrigan brings to the team as well, or builds around the players. That was kind of echoed in the interview we had with Ilya yesterday on the desk, right? He was talking so much about the trust that he brings.
I think that's exactly why we've seen them kind of make it to 2 grand finals leading into the major, and exactly why they were able to kind of play so many of these close, grindy games, these really tough games, is they have that faith. You know, in some of their past lineups, we've always had the conversation before Carrigan joins of there's not enough trust in who's doing what in these situations. Someone's missing a detail. There's not enough faith that things are going to be picked up. Everyone's trying to play outside of their means and push the issue a little bit. This team is just playing so well together. They're playing, you know, they're waiting for their moments to strike. They're not trying to force any situations, and they seem very calm and composed.
And it's been messy, it's been scrappy, right? But they've been getting it done, and that's always been the case with Carrigan on FaZe Clan, right? And he brought some of that magic with him, right? Like, they would never go 3-0, it would never be super clean, but it would always be crazy. It would be crazy entertaining. He would find a way to get them to the grand final, and it was on these big stages where his teams have always played their best Counter-Strike.
Speaking of big stages, the first in a major for m0NESY, that is in a grand final, which seems almost criminal when you think about the impact that guy has had. And it's been since, what, late 2024 since he's even earned a trophy as well? That's pretty insane.
Yeah, I mean, he's been one of those guys that just kind of popped up out of, like, literally popped up out of nowhere. I didn't even hear his name until all of a sudden Furia picked him up, and Phone was like, yeah, I played him once, and I just said he has to be on this team. So this is going to be a really tough test for him.
Yeah, and I think these final droughts for m0NESY, in reality, how many of those could you have won or you were supposed to win? Like these ones recently against Legacy, yes, but I think a lot of these past encounters, a lot of these streaks, they don't matter as much to me, because you saw Freya m0NESY yesterday on this desk. Like I don't know if you've ever seen him like that.
Like maybe with the G2 win, Dallas, maybe.
Maybe but definitely not in a very long time. So all these things that have prevented them from winning and that have been problematic, it feels like now they're gone because of that trust that you guys have talked about, right? And people focus so much on Kerrigan's numbers. Like we've said it before, 9 overtime maps since he joined Falcons, you win 8 of them.
Yes.
You know, and he brings so much in terms of intangibles that makes other guys better and that makes them more resilient in these close games.
And just, I mean, having an AWPer like this that can pop off, like just the AWP in general just creates so many of those opportunities. So yeah, you add in the way he's played and you add in the experience he's now been able to build up. And I think also, I think it's a testament to playing with Nico for so long and following Nico to this team. There's clearly some factor that in that relationship that m0NESY just has wanted to latch onto, and that's helped him grow up as a player as well. That's going to be a very satisfying, if they can lift this trophy together with the journey they've been on since he joined and came into professional Counter-Strike, that's going to be a highlight of their lives.
Maybe we should touch upon the stylistic approach of Falcons in this one. You've picked out a couple of moments that maybe exemplify the kind of clash of styles we're getting in this.
Yeah, the chaos from Falcons, but also the individual prowess. That's something that Furia hasn't really faced so far in this tournament. So from the Spirit game yesterday, couple of rounds, Spirit takes long control, right? Falcons aren't really playing for it. They leave Magix alone. 4th player rotates towards A. So this is a gamble from Falcons. Magix throws a little bit of a fake, right? Just to keep the players there. And the rest of the team is focused towards that B bomb site where Tessis is on his own, right? Throws a bit of a too deep of a smoke. Gets traded here, and this should be the round. But you see this smoke is a bit too shallow. It's missed from Shiro. So here comes Kerrigan through the smoke. No one looking out for him, finds 2 kills, creates the chaos, right? Jumping in, you can see the POV of the other players. Those flanks, Magix, they're tougher than they look. He doesn't get the kill on m0NESY. Now Kyosuke is running in, it's a fast retake. m0NESY takes care of Magix, and in the 2v1, Nico makes a play through the smoke, and they end the round. And this one small miss, right, of the smoke creates an opening for Kerrigan to make a play. You need to be careful with these rounds, is you're gonna get punished against Falcons for these mistakes.
So I was watching that play back at the hotel, and I love that from Kerrigan, because that's like, he just understands the moments that are needed for him to create impact. Like, he understands if they're going to win that round, this is his window of opportunity. And it is just throwing caution to the wind. And if it doesn't work, you do look stupid. But remember, he also comes from a time, he's been playing, I think he said, for like 25 years now. Old school player, back before stats even existed. So he has no problem going through that smoke, because he's just like, this is the only play that will let us win.
It feels like every game on Dust 2, they win rounds that they're not supposed to. We have one more example from that game, right? And it's just things have been going their way in some of these key moments, right? The opponents make maybe a little bit of a mistake, but it's then the individuals from Falcons that really carry that momentum through.
Yeah, let's bring it up, because it's not in isolation that these chaotic moments happen. Here it is.
Right, and you can see the score is 11-11. At the beginning of the round, Spirit is just going to go into an A split. They want to take short control. They're going to have 2 guys towards long. It's a pretty straightforward round. After they use some of their early utility, Kerrigan is alone on long, and he's just going to get, you know, destroyed here by Tanir. And now they don't have control of short or long. Spirit has 2 mollies that they don't use. m0NESY is stuck inside. He should be dead to rights. Like, this should be round over. No molly, he gets 1 kill. Nico steps up. This is a huge fight to win against Tanir, right? And the second one against Zontix. Cavalry comes in, support comes in, and the round is over. And that's like such a clean round for Falcons in the end. The dominant round. Why? Because you didn't molly side, and you took long control. You're thinking he's going to be car. Don't molly side. He has room to play around it. And Nico stepping through with 2 huge kills.
And I think that's also a good way to look at it too, in terms of how impressive it's been that Falcons has gotten this strong and this good with Kerrigan so new, because the Spirit's in a similar situation with Magix coming in, and you can see how easy it is to miss those critical details. Totally. Like missing those Molotov throws. I bet they don't miss that if the scoreline is like 8-6. You know what I mean? Like earlier on in the game, that's there. But in the pressure moments when Kerrigan has just done that to you, done you dirty at the B bomb site 2 rounds prior, yeah, you feel some pressure, you feel some heat, and you forget that you have a Molotov to chuck into the site.
Yeah, it's something that Kerrigan can just kind of master out of nowhere, seemingly against any opponent, which is where I want to come back to your original question, Janko. How well do you think Furia are going to be able to deal with this?
That's going to be, for me, the main story about this game. It's like it is a clash of styles, right? With Furia, they're the opposite. They want to be patient. They want to bait out reactions from you and then punish you for reactions, right? Like, that's just something that they're very good at. So it's in that mid-round where you're going to find some of those clashes. Here in the game on Nuke against Aurora, right, you're going to see fast smokes outside. Yakinder just going outside on his own. He's going to use the Molotov. Pretty standard stuff, and now he chills outside. And the rest of Furia, sort of Fallen just shows himself, right, to simulate maybe something happening towards A, and now they just freeze. Now they're waiting for the CTs to make a move, right? They want to punish that. Nothing happens. Okay, let's execute ramp. nice little opening here. They're going to trade Zantares, right? And you can see now that pressure is Soulfly, who's all the way in garage. Kindar gets pretty much a free kill on him, and now they can sort of slow it down again. The pressure is on the opponents. Fallen wants to fake towards B, but gets punished by Voxic. And now the awareness, you know, from Molodoi, like he actually jiggle peeks here, doesn't get caught by Major. Look at K Serato. I mean, he's making a play. Like, they're just so good at finding this space. This is a crazy kill on Vacadia. Yakindar is all the way indoor, coming in from main. And even at the very end in the 2v1, they don't rush it. Like, Major is close. They don't just like run out to kill him. They're playing together, taking their time, and are going to win the round in the end.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be an interesting thing to see how Falcons handle those sort of situations in that pacing, because I think it's going to be a good indication of how they're feeling and how they're calming and how how they're problem solving inside the server. Like, you see Soulfly there kind of come out of Big Garage and try and make a rotation on his own. Or is Falcons going to do that, or are they going to kind of group up and say, okay, here's a play being made over towards Ramp Room, just as an example, where Fury is. Do we want to group up and now go find Yakindar on the other side? Do we want to work as a team to eliminate that part of the attack and that lurker, and then create some freedom on the map to work the XVX situation?
It's hard because, yes, Furia hasn't played like great teams, but they played great Counter-Strike yesterday.
Yep.
That's the most important thing, right? So if they can play on the same level, like, they'll be fine in terms of matching up. It's just going to be a game of who executes better. But if they start off slow, if they're not, you know, sharp coming into the game, like, they can just get destroyed by the Falcons.
Let's unscope for a second and take a look at big picture Furia and the big man himself. It's Fallen, probably one of the trailblazers of all time, right? You ask people in Europe, you know, who's your inspiration? It's your Nikos, it's your devices, maybe even a Markelov if you're throwing it back. But
yes,
if you ever ask anybody in Brazil, it's always Fallen. It doesn't matter.
Pull that one out.
It doesn't matter who it is. It's always Fallen, and there's a good reason why.
It's so incredible what he's been able to do. I mean, kind of jump-starting the Brazilian scene at the early days of CSGO, and now kind of coming back with the next generation of Brazil to kind of give him one more on his way out. He's just been a beast, and he's been so good and so adaptable and such a deep knowledge of the game. Like, how many other players? This is one thing that I've always given Device credit for when those GOAT conversations come up, because not many players can be this good in two different roles.
Well, you always bring up Device.
Yeah, you like that? See, you brought up Markelov. It's your fault.
Jeez.
I mean, like, but the idea that Fallen, remember, he's not even opping anymore. He's switching into the anchor positions. He's picked up the rifle, and he's still delivering for this team. And there's got to be so much respect you give to a player who can be that adaptable and maintain a high level of play in the professional scene of Counter-Strike.
Tells you how great his leadership is, that even relinquishing all these other roles and duties, like, he is still such an invaluable part to the team. And it has been incredible. You know, 4 years ago we were talking about The Last Dance, and they're going on a sort of a farewell tour, you know, with Imperial kind of bringing the band back together, and it's like sort of over. Then he gets an opportunity to join this Furia team and finally link up with Yuri and K Serato, you know, and all of a sudden they start getting good once he takes control. They start winning some tournaments, and now 10 years later, he's back in another major final in Cologne.
And then he's got the eye for the talent on top of all of it, and plucking Molodoi out of nowhere, and he's like, all right, let's party.
Yeah, we talk about sacrifices. I mean, Fallen, he's talked a lot about what he's had to sacrifice outside of the server. Obviously, his commitment to the game has been lifelong. But inside the server as well, relinquishing the AWPing duties to give to Molodoi is just so sacrificial and insane. When you're looking at a kid that has only been on this roster now for over a year and wasn't really on anybody's radar before.
No, he was on Jason's favorite team of the time,
I want to talk about it.
I love their games.
Talk about it.
But yeah, it's crazy, you know, there's a parallel there between Fallen and Nico, because both have relinquished something, right? Like, Nico has relinquished some of his role with the addition of Kiosuke, and Fallen obviously relinquishing the AWP is a much bigger change, right? But he did it for good reason, because Molodoi is an electric player, similar to m0NESY in that way, where there's really, with an AWP in his hands, you believe that anything is possible. And he's been instrumental for them in their run towards the end of last year. But honestly, he is the biggest question mark for me coming into this final. How is he going to deal with the pressure of playing?
He already has a little bit of a drop-off when you get into playoffs at majors versus his group stages in majors as well. So, like, the evidence is there statistically also, but I think more than anything, it's going to be, how do you handle the pressure in terms of your decision-making, in terms of your positioning, in terms of what players you're going for. I think those factors for Molodoi are going to be the difference, because he's going to get punished if he does too much. Like, m0NESY's not going to let him get away with much in the series.
Yes.
This is where if you're Furia, you're like, thank you, Yuri, for existing. Like,
Oh, reliable.
this guy just even Fallen said it yesterday after the game, you know, like this guy is just unbelievable when it comes to the majors and the major playoffs. Like he's just been so impactful and he's struggled this year. His level has fallen off from, you know, the form he was in when they were winning tournaments. So for him to hit that form back to peak now when they needed the most has been such a huge game changer for Furia.
We've even been listening to Dupree kind of compare him to Zipex back in the green room at various points throughout this event as well. Like
he doesn't use his teammates' names lightly.
He does not. I mean, the clutches that he's been coming up with. I mean, against 9Z, he bailed them out. Like he's the reason they're in this grand final. Without him, I don't know if they win that series in the quarterfinals, and then we might not even be talking about this situation. So the performance he's had for the squad is you can't even really understate or overstate it. Excuse me.
Yeah, I love how Coldzera in your pre-show as well just said, okay, I think he's going to be getting the MVP as well. And that's so admirable for a player in Yuri's positions, right? We're looking at normally maybe the AWPers, maybe some of those more aggressive pieces will be getting it. But like he's been coming up clutch so many moments already.
He's the fourth guy you mentioned on that team.
Yep.
Right? Like you talk about Keiserato, Kinder, and Molodoi first, but he's quietly been really delivering for them and has had a great tournament. But the reason why we talk a lot about Kinder and Molodoi is because they are the aggressive pieces for this team for the most part, and they're the ones who have to deliver openings, you know, for Fallen to make his style of calling sort of viable even, because if you can't find those openings and you're constantly playing from behind, there's very little you can do in terms of improvisation.
I think too, it's like one of the lessons we learned from like some of the old Fnatic rosters as well, like the old school ones, is like if you want to be those aggressive players like Ykinder, like what gives you the confidence and the faith to go make some plays is that you have your more passive players who are going to deliver for you. Like if things go wrong, if you screw up, if you just lose a fight, whatever it might be, you've got a guy behind you who's going to be able to recover a 4v5 situation and play the situation intelligently. And Yuri provides a lot of that safety net and a lot of that confidence over to the more aggressive pieces.
Gentlemen, we can see that clock ticking ever closer, which means it's time to decide what maps we are playing in this best of 5. Do you think there's anything, maybe opportunity to go a bit haywire with the bans in this one, Janko?
Honestly, it did cross my mind. Is there a universe in which Furia vetoes Anubis over Ancient? But I don't think so. It's just their permaban, and also because, as you can see here, the last time they played Anubis was in Cluj. That was in February. Yeah. So it's been ages that they've played the map, and sure, that's not great because you're rusty a little bit, you don't have official reps.
And because Falcons have got a ton of confidence on it now.
Yeah, but also on the other side of that, you have a lot of things that people haven't seen. So it's hard to prepare for Furia on Anubis. Like, you don't know what they've been working on. Outside of that, Anubis and Dust have been the two maps that have worked really well for Falcons in the playoffs. Obviously, Inferno and Nuke is where you give an advantage over to the side of Furia. And there is no funny business. They get rid of Ancient. Falcons get rid of Overpass. No surprises there. So we'll see what Furia decides to kick it off. Like, it matters also which side you start on. And they do go for Mirage, because starting T-side Mirage is better than having to start on T-side Nuke.
Yeah, and I think actually a little bit of a tough veto for Fury in my mind in this one, with Overpass being a ban as well. There's the Anubis pick. Falcons, they've talked about that plenty. The win over Na'Vi gave them tons of confidence, and it's been going well for them, so they're going to be feeling strong. Inferno is next up. Furia, maybe like all the other teams trying to punish that Kerrigan-Kyosuke combo. That's not looking too weak any longer, is it?
Yeah, and it's funny, you know, now in the end, the Nuke ends up being the decider, but Falcons get to pick the side, so they'll start on the CT side. Also notable, all 5 maps of this grand final, Furia is starting on the T side.
Yes.
And we were talking up until yesterday that their T sides have not been that hot, but yesterday they have been. They've cracked the code for yesterday, but this still will put so much pressure on Fallen. Like, he's gonna have to have a good plan. He's going to have to be able to improvise on the fly against this, but I'm sure it's going to be an aggressive CT side.
And that's much more tricky versus Falcons than Aurora, right? Not to dunk on them one more time, but this is a different level of a defense you're going to be trying to brutalize yourself through.
Oh yeah, that, and I mean, you add in the fact that, I mean, it's just, it falls on his shoulders to get them good starts in these games. You know, we talk so a lot about the mentality of some of the players is like, now you have to start T-side every single time. If you don't get good starts and your T-side goes flat again, every single map, you're digging yourself out of a hole. That is the nightmare scenario.
But this is where we get the two main guys in terms of storyline actually go up against each other on the server, right? Nico is the controller of the CT side for Falcons, so he's gonna have to be the one who's gonna have the reads, have the call-outs, have the reactions for his team. And I hate to say it, his grand final record in Falcons has not been great. to put it nicely, right? Like he's been missing in some grand finals, definitely not having the impact that he would like. Sometimes it's on T side, sometimes it's on CT side. So really he needs to sort of exercise those demons here in the Cathedral if he wants to win his first major.
Well, he's got to do it against his biggest demon, because Fallen's what, undefeated against Nico in grand finals as well. Like
That's insane.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, your brain going head to head from CT side for Nico to T side for Fallen, but you've never beat him before, and you already know that he's given you issues all through your long career.
Yes, and so much pressure for Nico as well, because, I mean, some people have termed him as the biggest major choker of all time. This is an opportunity you don't know when you're going to get again, Janko.
Every match is an opportunity to prove them wrong, right? He had a great series yesterday against Spirits, stayed in it, you know, and that round that we showed, he had 8 kills. Round 20, he ended up with 19 from that point on in overtime. So kept his cool and delivered some great rounds for his team.
And he's been playing good all major. We haven't really seen a slip out of him either, which is a great sign. I mean, everyone on that Falcon side seems to just be playing at a very consistent level. This is going to be very tough for both sides. This is actually crazy. I don't know which way it's going to go.
And that's exactly what you want if you're Karrigan. You need all those puzzle pieces firing on all cylinders if you want your game plan to be executed to perfection as well.
Yeah, and we're seeing him unlock Kyosuke as well in the playoffs. Like, this is the best playoffs he's had against the best teams on the biggest of stages, right? It's just been across the board, everyone having their moments. Testis a couple of massive clutches yesterday as well. You know, both those 2 games against Spirit and Vitality. m0NESY, it's just a highlight reel, you know, and has been all playoffs long.
I think, like, for Kyosuke, someone we haven't really touched on much, I mean, the impact he's having for this team is crazy. This might be Karrigan's actual best contribution to this team, is Kyosuke stepping up.
We are almost at the crescendo of the 24th Counter-Strike Major. On one side, a major maestro returns for one last shot a decade later, and on the other, a man who desperately needs to break the curse. It's time to open up Championship Sunday.
composition, the assembly of players into a coherent structure. A system of parts bound by fundamentals, constructed to perform. Setting the rhythm. Fortifying the ensemble. Orchestrating the arrangements. Positioning for colossal impact. Striking in the perfect moment. Strength measured in individual prowess. Success achieved only in harmony. A symphony of synergy and power, in which each instrument may step out of the shadow into the spotlight.
"10 years since these halls were blessed with a major. The cathedral, revered by players as a monolith of competition. Today, legacy and major forms the true endgame. Please welcome into the Cathedral of Counter-Strike, it's Falcons! Entry, Kaisuke! Anchor, Tersis! IGL, Garrigan! AWP, Monacy! Rifle, Nico! And their opponents, please welcome Furia! victory, Yekinda! Anchor, Yuri! IGL, Filan! AWP, Molodoi! Rifle, K. Serato!
These cathedral walls are etched with legacy, a feat attempted by so many but accomplished by so few, and no one knows the weight of major defeat more than the Falcons. Between 3 of their players, 8 major grand finals played, but only 1 trophy ever claimed by their now captain in Carrigan. It is a nightmare that has plagued Nico for his entire career, and one that he wants to slam shut tonight, Janko.
And these are 2 guys who are in contention for the greatest ever in their positions. Also 2 of the players who had some of the most heartbreaking losses, but a stage like this is an opportunity to turn it all around. It's an opportunity to go from greatness to immortality.
And you have to think of it too, every single decision these guys have made in their career, every single failure that they've endured, every single trophy they've lifted, every single loss they've had to suffer through, it's all led to this moment. Every single decision putting them on this stage to create history inside the Lanxess Arena.
And a first time for so many in a major grand final at that. On the side of Furia, everybody other than Fallen does not know what it means to put their hands upon a major trophy. How are they going to deal with the pressure tonight?
It's fitting that we're in the the cathedral of Counter-Strike fair, because that was a Hail Mary from Furia building this roster together, and boy, did it pay off. They found a diamond in the rough in Molodoi. They reinvigorated Yekindar, but Fallen, his leadership, that's how you deal with the pressure.
And Fallen's already had history once. He's already created it once back in the day, 10 years ago. He's got another chance to do it now for the young guys on his team, guys like Yuri and K. Serrato. So much of their career has been breaking out of the shadow of the legacy that Fallen created. Now it's about matching it. Now it's about rising to the occasion with Fallen, meeting it and lifting that trophy.
You can see how much Carrigan wants this one as well, just by the emotions on his face.
Yeah, absolutely, and motivating speeches. I think what he's saying to the team, enjoy the moment, boys. Give it your all, no regrets.
Tonight, a major legacy realized or reclaimed. Either Nico's first or Fallen's final inside the cathedral. Cologne calls for a major champion.
The stage is set in the Lanxess Arena. Two narratives colliding under the same lights that have crowned legends for over a decade. A major once more, 10 years later. This is a moment in time we will never see again. Cologne! I ask, I implore, put your phone away, get comfortable, sit or stand, but bask in the history being written before our very eyes. No matter who wins today, Counter-Strike history is being written. I can throw endless stories and statistics at you, and we probably will. But you, as a human being, understand the magnitude of this match for all 10 players on that stage. It will end with either sunrise on one story or sunset for the other. Let's play Counter-Strike!
Instant window. Could be pace on this. Connector follows. Looking to take the biff mid, Yekindar.
Peppers the smoke for info. Does spot bodies up top mid.
B split. There are the smoke available for Nico. What's the timing?
It's going to force attention. Draw it away from the short side. Monacy able to chip in. First blood is drawn in this grand final, and it's thanks to Monacy's USP at range. Yekindar, gap closed by Kiyosuke. What do I want back? They're dropping into the site. There's pressure from both fronts. Carrigan's got to stand his ground, and Carrigan's got one. Carrigan denied, but it's only K. Serrato. Too many bodies on his screen. Falcons start as they mean to continue.
Furia have the T-side start on all 5 maps if we go the distance here today. Yesterday against Aurora, they set the tempo. It was slow, playing to the beat of their own drum, and Aurora crumbled. Falcons, with a run like no other. Navi, Vitality, Spirit, back to back to back. Now Furia, the final of the 5. Top dogs in Counter-Strike to take down. Been a hell of a run. Every series they've won, 2-1. Nothing has been easy. As we get an eco now. So a moment of respite to just settle in. Wodoy with the dig in hand. You want to see this kid get going early.
Clear focus towards that B-bomb site. Carrigan's home. These first 2 rounds of play.
We're taking their time with this one. Full mid control for Falcons. SS playing retake, and now Carrigan knows they're coming his way.
Decent HE. Has them limping, and Carrigan will stand his ground, and MP7 fills the feed. Triple. Can they stop the plant? Yes, they can.
Two-nil guns come out for Furia. Sometime before we see this Molodoi AWP. Fortunately, Falcons don't want to have in the early stages either. Standard opener, window, top cap. See what pace this game follows. Yasuko spams away. Essentially a 4A start. 2 window, 2A site. Harrigan soloing B. Just feeling each other out with the defaults. And into the smoke. Yuri up to bat. 2 to find here. This will be tough.
This is not comfortable. He's actually elected to tuck in. Did they get the info? Did they suspect the barrel? Poke it out, and Tesses finds himself the upgrade, removes Yuri.
No one overextending for Falcons, playing the numbers. Rejigging the setup, looking for support over towards B. Yasuke joins Carrigan. This will be an A finish. Tesses up close and personal. Quesarado clears out. Palace flash forward and a fight.
You want to fight more. More proactivity on display.
Heard those steps, they know they're close.
Nico and Tessa side by side for this test. Fallen to swing. Proved the head, Tesses. Finding himself as second. Molodoi noted pressure now amplified with Quesarato's presence on the Palace. 25 seconds. Molodoi still got that bomb on his back. He needs help. He's found Tesses. It's huge. Yakinda's arrived from Con. Modesty has to stand his ground up on Palace. Kiyasuke chips in. Removes the threat. Just Molodoi. Should be dead. Not without a fight, though. Kiyasuke versus Molodoi.
10 seconds.
He has to take the fight. Kiyasuke so damn brave. The pressure was on Molodoi.